Today was very bad. This is I guess a mental health update for 2026 because I had a full on panic attack today. I mean, full on screaming, unable to breathe, head banging, panic attack. They gave, okay. So, one thing you have to understand about me, if I have a deadline, I have to meet it. If I'm scheduled to be someplace at a certain time, I'm there early because if I'm late, I am fighting the urge to just kill myself the entire way there. I can't be late for things, I can't miss deadlines. So, yesterday, when this woman tells me that the maintenance people will be here between 8 and 9 a.m., in my mind, that means 8 to 9 a.m. If they're not here by 9 a.m., they're not coming. So when 9 a.m. got here, and not only were they not here, but I didn't hear them. Like 8 a.m., I'm sitting out in my completely empty living room, just listening for heavy footsteps to come down the hallway because the maintenance people, they wear these big boots. I know there's nobody there. So 9 a.m., the panic starts building. Nobody's here. They've given me a number to call. Okay. I call. It's Saturday. So, of course, there's actually nobody to call, even though they've given me a number. And I also can't call my therapist for the same reason. And I can't text, or I could text, but it wouldn't give me any different results. I can't email because I don't have internet at home. To use the internet, I have to go down to the store that has free Wi-Fi. And that takes me away from sitting here waiting for the maintenance people. So I couldn't let myself do that either, because then if they showed up and I wasn't here, then it's my fault, right? So I fought the urge to panic until 9:30 when I went upstairs and I told the man, look, they were supposed to be here and I know it's Saturday, but I can't get a hold of anybody. And they told me yesterday it would be today. And it's been 2 weeks. It's this man. This man has the audacity to ask me why I didn't remind them. Because this is the same person that I reported it to when it happened. On December 28th, minutes after this ceiling collapsed, I went upstairs and reported it the way I'm supposed to. From that minute, they had 72 hours to address the situation legally. Now, I didn't know this. My housing advocate told me this just Thursday when I spoke to her. So this man is asking me why in these 2 weeks have I not reminded him. I am not his wife. I am not going to stay up his ass reminding him to take out the trash 20 times a day. That's literally, the law says I'm supposed to report it, and his job is to make sure that something is done about it. What is this fucking victim blaming? Well, why didn't you remind me to do my job? Whose job is it to remind you to do your fucking job? Who? Obviously, I'm not okay. So, I come back downstairs before exploding on this motherfucker, who, by the way, side note, I don't know if it's one man or two that is in this apartment. The 2 years that I've been taking my problems up to them, I have not been able to decipher if this is one man or a man and his brother who are just so similar and generic that I can't tell the difference. So that's something else that I have to deal with every time I put in a complaint. I don't know. Do y'all watch Bob's Burgers? Have you ever seen the episode where he takes Gene to the light show and the dude's like, oh yeah, you can call and they'll get him to come open the door, but there's two guys look the same and they act the same and they have the same name, but it's actually two guys, but it's actually one guy pretending to be two guys to mess with that dude. Sometimes I feel like that's what's happening with my management that I'm supposed to be contacting. Anyways, so I come back down. It's now 10 a.m. The management here is no help, victim blaming and shit. Gave me a number that goes to the same place that I've been calling that goes to voicemail. I have called and left a voicemail, crying at this point. I was not okay. I held off as long as I could, but for about half an hour, I was just sitting on my empty living room floor, screaming uncontrollably and slamming my head into the wall and wishing that I had a way to kill myself because I could not handle. I'm done. I've lost it. And they finally showed up. Apparently, all I had to do was have a complete mental breakdown to get them to finally show up and look at the problem. It's not completely fixed. They've stopped the leak, which is what I needed the most because night after night I have been laying here listening to that dripping, and it's a form of water torture. It is a nightmare for me. And I just having to empty the buckets every couple of hours, listening to it dripping, smelling the rotting of my walls. It has been a nightmare. It has been 2 weeks of a fucking nightmare. And then these people are going to act like it's my fault because they didn't do shit when it was first reported. Maybe it is my fault. Maybe I'm supposed to be up there every single day on their ass like a Karen until I've just pissed off every single person, because I keep demanding that they do their jobs, which which is what I feel like I'm doing. But I have to at some point, I guess that's called advocating for myself. But it just makes me feel like a huge bitch. Because, why should I have to do that? Why can't you just do it the first time it's reported? Why can't you? I mean, if you had an employee like that anyplace else, they wouldn't stay the employee for very long because the boss would get tired of having to remind them to do their job. Something's got to change. And I'm saving up to pay off the bills here so that I can get a new Section 8 next year. But I'm not going to make it till next year if things don't change here because this is bad. This building, the maintenance of it, the management of it, everything is such a fucking shithole. And the government pays for me to have safe, sanitary housing. And I feel like I'm a homeless person squatting in an abandoned building. It's done shit for my mental health. And the entire reason that they put me inside, got me up off of the streets, put me indoors, was through a mental health program. This is meant to be helping me, and it has been extremely detrimental.